Spain versus France. Estrella Galicia, European Pale Lager, 5.5% ABV. Brewed in Spain versus Kronenbourg, 1664, European Pale Lager, 5.5% ABV. I like both of these beers. And in comparisons that I've done in the past that involved these beers, they usually did fairly well. So I can't remember if I compared them against each other directly, but I'm doing that now. So who makes better beer, Spain or France? Nobody knows. But we're going to find out. Of course, these might not be the best beers that either country produce, but in my experience, in comparing them to other beers such as Budweiser and Coors and Miller and American beers, these are better. And I might have to compare them to maybe some Pabst or some Miller High Life because I still have some of that left in the fridge. All right. I'm not sure which. I think this is the Kronenbourg because I think it had more foam on it. So I'm going to mix them up again and not be biased in any way. Although I don't think that I have any bias towards any of these beers, as I have no preference on which one I think is better. So, I don't smell anything. And I don't smell any. Maybe very slight, very, very slight aroma. It's got some sweetness to it and some bitterness. It's not sweet like Pabst. I mean, it starts off kind of sweet. You know, you get that lager sweetness, that malty sweetness. But it's almost immediately followed by some slight hoppy bitterness. It's good. Not a dry finish, but a rather pleasant finish. I like that beer. That's pretty good. Weaker in taste and flavor by comparison. Watery, more watery feeling than the other one. Not as sweet, but it's got the same bitterness as this one, but the bitterness comes on almost as soon as you put it in your mouth. So you don't get that initial sweetness that you get from this one. Well, I'm leaning towards this one, or this one, and I believe it's a Kronenbourg because I can see the mark on the bottom of the glass. Yeah, I believe it is Kronenbourg. There are tapes on the bottom of both of these glasses. Wait, no, maybe that's the Kronenbourg. Shit. So I thought the Kronenbourg tape had more point to it, but they shit. I don't know which one's which. Maybe this is the Kronenbourg because it has some foam on it. Hell, I don't even remember which one I said I liked best. I don't know which one's which. I'm guessing this is the Kronenbourg because of the foam. I believe it had more foam on it, but I'll have to go back and look at this video and see which one is which as I mix them up. definitely more bitter. And a bit weaker in flavor, but I was going to get a glass of water on this comparison to rinse my mouth out between sips, but I forgot. I'm preferring this one. By comparison, this one has a cologne-ish flavor to it, which I've used that analogy before. And if you've seen any of my other videos and where I mention cologne, you'll know that I have no idea what cologne tastes like. But I imagine what it tastes like based on what it looks and smells like. It's not a bad beer. Now this one's tasting kind of weaker. It's the that bitterness is coming through. Oh, beer advocate scores. I forgot to mention those. This one is rated 74 on Beer Advocate, putting it into the OK category. Estrella is rated at 70, also putting it into the OK category. Pabst Blue Ribbon is rated at 69, putting it into the poor category. So the cutoff between poor and OK is 70. So 69 is poor, 70 is okay, but since they're so close, we could say it's at the very bottom of the okay list. And this one's probably somewhere in the middle, 74, or closer to the middle. Now they're tasting pretty much the same, but then again, I chased that one rather quickly, and I'm all out of this. But this comes in, I believe this is a half liter. No, it's a 1 pint. Yeah, no, 1 pint 8 ounces. So yeah, this is a half liter. This is 330 milliliters. So that's about a third of a liter. I wish I could get them in the same size, but I can't. I could have got that in bottles. No, I think I could have got that in bottles too. Well, no, they didn't have it in bottles because if they did, I would have got it in bottles. But since I got that one, I got that in a can too. I'm going with this one. This one has a better balance of sweetness and bitterness, whereas this one is completely lacking, or not completely, but much less sweeter, much more bitter. Well, not much more bitter, but noticeably more bitter than this one. Kind of not a very good finish to it, kind of a weird aftertaste. So I'm giving this to this beer, whatever it was, and I think it was the Estrella Galicia. But we'll just see here. Since I have some more of this, we'll see if I can figure out what this is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. But I'll probably review this tape and say, man, I really screwed this up. Got everything wrong. Because who knows, this might have been the Estrella. And here I am pouring this in here thinking it's the same beer as Kronenbourg that was in here. So, well, make mistakes. I'm not above mistakes. So now it's tasting a little bit better. Well, I'm going to have to maybe compare these two beers against an American beer. Last comparison I did was Pabst versus Miller High Life. So maybe I'll take the winner of this one and compare it against the winner of that one, which was Miller High Life. Pabst too sweet and plain, and I think that I'd be able to pick that one out right away. Miller has a little bit of bitterness to it, a little bit of that cologne type flavor that I think this one has. So that'll be an interesting comparison, Kronenbourg versus Miller, and maybe, well, Pabst against that. Perhaps just too sweet, whereas this one seems to have some bitterness to balance it out, which is good. All right, that's all I got for you.